Hello and welcome. I am the Suit&Tie Dip&ChewGuy, and this is the number 16 short format chew review. So, this is chew review part 2, Beech Nut Wintergreen, taking a look at the packaging. So, you have a standard 3-ounce net weight bag. It's basically the same on both sides, except for there's a flap on one. This bag does have a Ziploc. When you buy it, the Ziploc should be engaged. So with the flap, it does have smooth, refreshing taste on the one side, and it is not on the other. Everything's pretty straightforward. You have warning label, obviously, and the fact that it has a Flavor Saver Ziploc seal. On these, the punch code, I do not know what it means. This one has incorporated into it 20, so that's good enough for me. I go by this. This feels good, and the package actually seems to be holding a little bit of air. That's not necessarily bad either, as long as that air that it is holding is air that got caught in there when the product was put in, okay? So, it's right here. You can sort of see it there. That is backwards in that one. It's actually right way when you flip it up, okay? But it's right around the smooth, all right? On the bottom, barcode in the middle, obviously. The fact that this is a product of National Tobacco Company, which is now known as Turning Point Brands. If you look them up online to see what their catalog looks like, it is Turning Point Brands. All right? They are the distributors of Beech Nut, Stoker's products, etc. Underage sale prohibited, obviously. Sale only allowed in the United States, and then you have the leaf count. This is no less than 7% domestic tobacco, because it would be hard to be less than that. And no less or no more than 93% foreign tobacco. And then a call number down the bottom. So this is only the second time I've ever had this product. The first time was for the original review, which the original reviews for the short format dip and chew reviews are usually linked at the end. That's the video that pops up at the end of these. So this is actually something that is sold around me. I didn't get it around me because the bags that are near me have probably been on the shelves that they are on for about, I don't know, half a decade, maybe longer. And they do not feel like this or anything close. So it's going to have a number of glue dots, probably 3 and 3. I just ripped the bag. Yes, 3 and 3. And it's got a little bit of tobacco in the Ziploc right there, but it looks like the Ziploc has not been compromised. It looks like it is engaged. So I'm going to pop it open, and a sweet wintergreen, okay? Something very wintergreen smell-wise, but you can tell that it's going to be sweet. Somewhat in the idea or along the lines of, let's say, Copenhagen wintergreen. Very wintergreen, but you can tell that there's a sweetness to it. So this stuff looks incredibly good shape. It's going to be a little tacky to the touch. I'll show you in the bag before I pull it out. It's not going to be wet. It's not going to be like Stoker's product, all right? It is going to be tacky, though, and this stuff is. So, all good there. It is a fairly long, or longish cut product. It's not quite as long as, let's say, Big Mountain, but you can see that it's pretty long. It's not real thin and stringy, though. It's sort of a wider cut long, all right? It's well treated. There's all sorts of translucent bits. There is really no blonde in this. All right. So I'm going to throw some in, and I will be back in a moment. Just to get my point across there. And I am back. Okay, so you saw the cut of it, all right? Because of that cut, because of the way it is, this stuff does take some active chewing. In my opinion, now I do not have the original still around. It was well used by now. But in my opinion, it seems like, and looking back on the first review, it seems like this stuff has a different cut than the original. It's wintergreen. I'm not a wintergreen guy, as many of you know. It's a very sweet wintergreen. And that plays well with me because my everyday dip is Stoker Straight. So, flavor-wise, sweetness-wise, it's very similar, or you could see it as being similar to Hawken. Okay? But this stuff, you can actively work in the mouth. No stems. Some secondary, like leaf vein material, but no stems at all. Good cut. Smooth, refreshing taste. That they're not really false advertising there. That's basically dead on. I also have a new appreciation for this, personally, because in between the original review and this one, I did the Stoker's Wintergreen, which, nothing wrong with it, but it is very, very different from this. Okay, it is not sweet, and it has a sort of edge to it. This, though, there's really nothing besides me not being overly big on wintergreen. This is a something out of the norm, different product with high quality. Okay, packaging is good. Product in the packaging. I've never gotten any beech nut that's been in bad shape in general. So, for people not familiar with chew, it's going to have low nicotine. Okay? I mean, this will be about middle level amongst loose leaf chews, nicotine-wise. But in general, overall, chew has much less nicotine than dip. So don't misplace your dip can. And that, gentlemen, and the few ladies, is that. I will link the original review of this. This one, I believe, has been more favorable. You know what I'm saying. Anyway, this has been the Chew Review Part 2 of Beech Nut Wintergreen. I am the Suit&Tie Dip&ChewGuy. I do hope you all are well. Do take care of yourselves, and God bless.